came home yesterday from Corrymeela. They say it begins when you leave. But here I am. I've been at the Nurturing Home Conference, right beside my lovely fruitful raspberries, having their last few days of fruitfulness as my fossil fuel tank. And I've just done a thought for the day this morning, encouraging us all to make some radical changes because we don't have a lot of time and we need to take it seriously and believe that we do make a difference. And that's what Nurturing Hope was about. I was only there for 2 days. It's been a week-long conference organised by Derek and Duncan and Jane and Jen, and it's been fab, I think. I'm going to share a few clips from people that I talked to when I was there. Hope you'll enjoy those and get a little bit of a flavour. It never does the thing justice. They had a lot of fun. They had a mad Keely that Mary McGuinness apparently was doing her thing at, bringing them all together and building community. Just love it. So enjoy these wee clips, and I was wondering if maybe when people are going to the events that are in the Croi or in Corrymeela and Ballycastle, they could send out little from the Crois like that, with a wee clip of the different people that are there to encourage us all that we're getting a flavour. Because if I can do this, so can you. Here we are. This is Kristen. And this is Cheryl. And we are in the middle of Corrymeela. And I have just met Kristen at dinner. And she's going to tell us why she's here and what she's doing. Kristen.
Yes, so I work for Compassionate San Antonio with my boss, Ann Helmke. So she told me about the opportunity, and I have never traveled internationally before. So I wasn't really sure what the trip was about. Let me see.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, she told me about the trip, and I applied with an essay and a resume, and I was accepted.
Wow.
So this has been a big learning experience, just traveling and being here and being in this open concept conference and community, and it's been really nice. It's been a travel getting here, but I'm very happy I'm here.
Well, you're very welcome. So, it's lovely to have you here. Do you want to say a little bit about what the conference is? What are the people like? What are you learning? What are the highlights for you so far?
Yeah, so we're navigating through conflict, and especially in Northern Ireland between the Protestant and the Catholic communities, and how it's affected the people in the community, how the past is affecting the future. So every day we go into different aspects. How do we deal with conflict? How do we approach it? How do we connect with other people when we think differently? So we have different people coming in from different countries, and we're all from different areas and walks of life, so we all have different perspectives to bring.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Any favourite moments or standout moments that you think you're going to remember when you go home?
Well, it's a beautiful country. I really enjoy all the mountains because I'm from Texas, so that's very dry recently in the summer. And just meeting all the people. It seems like a different space than it is in the States. I feel like I can talk openly here, and everyone is just, you know, we feel equal and we feel like we're being heard, despite what's going on politically or what's going on in our own communities where we reside.
Yeah.
So.
Do you feel that there are parallels or things that you're learning about your political situation at home?
Definitely, yeah. How things are functioning here and how things function in my country, and what can I bring back to impact people around me, especially as someone who's younger, to encourage voting and pay attention to the people that actually have the power.
Wow. Really good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kristen. It's lovely to meet you, and thank you for being willing to put yourself out there to the Corrymeela community at large. Bless you.
Wee elf in the garden here.
you guys been having fun?
We've been having a great time.
Tell me about it.
Where would you start? It's full on. It's full on.
You've been here since Friday?
Since Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether today is Sunday or Monday.
Today's Monday.
Or Saturday.
Did you have a ceilidh last night? I heard there was a ceilidh.
Well, I wasn't at the ceilidh.
Oh.
It was, I
was
was
good
on an
fun.
airport run, so I missed that
We
one.
did the waves of Torry.
Excellent.
So we tried to do the waves of Torry. Oh no, it was good fun.
Keep going. Don't stop now.
This is Gareth, our wonderful staff member who's playing the mandolin.
It's fabulous, isn't it?
Isn't he great?
Thank you, Gareth. Roisin, it was lovely to see you here today. Nice surprise of us from the Lisburn Cell group together.
Yay!
What brought you?
So I just decided that this was the only day out of the whole week that I could go, and I had a bit of free time. I was in Donegal and come back to Donegal tomorrow, and I just heard it was going to be good weather. But I'm really interested in the whole nurturing hope.
Say more about that.
Yeah, so I just think that particularly as adults, but in whatever cultures or whatever organisations we work for, or wherever we are, whatever churches we're in, there's a responsibility on all of us, particularly post-COVID, to present in a hopeful, positive way. And I don't mean just positive thinking, because that's not what this is about, but it is about saying that no matter what, even when things get really bad, that there's the opportunity for all of us to be hopeful. So I've been really blown away by some of the conversations today.
Give us a few snippets.
So we were talking about Northern Ireland and our particular context and the particular conflict that we have, but there's great solace and hope knowing that this conflict is I do believe it is a natural resource, probably one of our greatest natural resources, but it depends how we respond, and the fact that we're not alone, and as in Northern Ireland is the only place with the conflict. In fact, it's great to think that we're actually very small, but there are things that we can do in our context that can be useful for other people to learn from, as we have done over many years, learning from others.
Great. That's fabulous. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cheryl. Can we go somewhere where it's quieter?
No, I don't know about that. Hi, who are you?
Hi,
I'm Cheryl, who are you?
my name's Thiago.
Yago. Do you want to say hello to the Corrymeela community at large? All the people that aren't here?
Hey guys, I'm Thiago from Brazil, one of the volunteers.
And are you having a good time?
Oh yes, it's great here. And
How long will
today
you be
it's
here?
sunny.
Yeah. It's not sunny like it is in Brazil.
Yeah,
It's not.
but it's the closest that I can get.
You having a good week?
Oh yes, it was really good, a lot of work. So
What highlights?
I think just meeting different people, I think is always a highlight.
Tell me about one or two of these people.
So I met people from New Zealand, I never met people from New Zealand, Americans, and all these people are always seeking for the same thing but with different backgrounds. I think it's the best.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
You learning good things?
Yes, I think so.
Great. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you very much.
Do I have to say something wise?
Jin, it's lovely to see you. You've been here at this conference for the whole time since Friday, is that right?
Yes.
Tell me how it's been.
It's been lovely. It's just that I feel so alive.
Wow.
And it's been far too long. I mean, this kind of a real engagement with people. I mean, of course,
Oh, not the conference has been too long. It's been too long since
I
the personal... Misunderstood you there for a second.
I know. To be back in Corrymeela
Yeah.
and up in this kind of space, I mean, it's magical all the time because it's where you meet with people and sometimes, you know, unexpected. meeting with the other, and of course some people whom you already know, and it's just fantastic.
Can you give me an example of something that has surprised you, something you've learned, something that is going to change things for you?
I met one of the participants who actually who was a military doctor, served in Korea in early 1990s. He adopted two babies from Korea, so his 2 children are ethnically Korean.
And is he from here?
He's from the United States.
Right.
And so he was sharing all these stories in the early 90s, how Korea was at the brink of war. And then he actually sensed it in living in the military and stationed in far away from home, but it was just fascinating to hear from his story. Who knew that I could meet someone who served in Korea, up in Corrymeela, and then all this story, and because that was really a critical time.
What were you doing at that stage when he was serving in the military?
Oh, I was studying. I was a student.
You're a young person?
Yeah, I was a young person. Not very young, but I was still young.
Yeah.
It was so interesting that I...
And some of the Korean guys are going to talk to us this afternoon?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about how that connects with the theme of nurturing hope, or just in 20 seconds?
So, over the years, I mean, before COVID-19, I've been bringing people from Korea to Northern Ireland and then some people from here to Korea. And then every time I observed kind of the reaction from the people who have been traveling or meeting with the other, that, you know, even though they are trying to learn from the other, then actually they are learning about themselves. And then what I am trying to do, and what my colleagues and I are trying to sort of to do in this afternoon, is that we share our story, but not necessarily we want to promote something from Korea. It's just that we hope that it could be helpful for people from different conflict-affected society to think about themselves and what kind of dynamics that they notice from our story.
Yeah, and isn't it funny how hearing somebody else's story helps you to see your own story?
Exactly.
It's so rich. Thank you so much. I'm not going to hold you up because you're starting in 5 minutes, but thank you for giving me a minute of your time.
No problem, sir.
And finally, a prayer. Giver of life, you are the relationship at the heart of the universe who calls us to love our neighbour as ourselves. Thank you for Corrymeela, the community that we are, that helps us to become all that you have made us to be, and to be all that we can in the world. We lift our eyes to you and thank you for the fruitfulness that we see, and we look to our world and pray for help to change what needs to change.